the child trying to tell me by either throwing a tantrum, talking out, or maybe withdrawing and not speaking and not wanting to play. So that's the first thing I want you to think about. What is a child trying to communicate to me? Instead of thinking, why isn't he obeying? Why, think, what is he trying to say here? Some tips for teachers is, first of all, to set your expectations. Set them appropriately. If you're a four-year-old teacher, really understand what 4-year-olds can do. If you're a third grade teacher, what can third graders do? What should they be reading at this point? And so make your expectations to be appropriate for the class that you're teaching. The next thing is to set simple and clear rules, and you want to call that. This is put in every classroom. Every Sunday school classroom has. We have the acronym. It's the SHINE wing. So we made an acronym for rules. No, I don't.
The kindergartners do. Sit quietly, hands to yourself, use inside voices, nice words always, and expect to grow more.
These are rules that we decided if we'd set it up the same way in every single classroom. It won't take as much for third grade teachers to teach these rules if it's already been taught in preschool, kindergarten, first, second, but for preschoolers and kindergarten and first grade teachers, it is important to teach those rules the first 3 weeks. Make sure that you have gone over those rules every single time, and just to want to make sure you know the rules, because kids want to know what's expected from them. They want to understand how they should behave and why they should behave. What's the expectation for the classroom? And then also teachers must continually reinforce these rules so that the students will learn to have respect for authority. So often we think, well, that kid just isn't being respectful. But they have to learn that just like everything else that they learn. They have to learn respect for authority. The third thing is to plan ahead. A teacher must come to class prepared. If you're not prepared and you don't know exactly what you're going to be teaching, or you're kind of hoping you have enough stuff to fill the time, that is uncomfortable. If everything isn't filled, the students will fill it for you, and it may not turn out like would say, I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm going to raise my hand. When my hand is up, I want you to think about your answer. When my hand comes down, I want you to tell your shoulder neighbor what the answer is. My question is, what is the name of the baby in the manger? No, don't give me the answer yet. When my hand comes down, I want you to tell your shoulder neighbor. Then when my hand goes down, and everybody is. But see how many people get to answer the question if I ask you to share with your shoulder neighbor instead of just picking one or two kids. There's also times when you want them to share personal things from their life experiences. So you might say the story is about Lazarus. Okay, so Lazarus. So the story is about Lazarus dying, and you get to the part and you say, and Jesus wept. I want you to turn to your shoulder neighbor and tell about a time that it hurt so much and something happened in your life that had hurt so much that you cried. I want you to do that now. Can you see how many? Because kids want to tell. I cried when my dog died, and I cried. So to get as many kids involved in learning, it's instead of just picking one or two kids. Because say you did want to hear from the kids when they were sad. Four kids share, and the stories get a little bit long, and you as a teacher are going, okay, I need to bring this to a close here, because I got to get on to my next thing. And so you say, okay, we're just going to take one more, okay? Well, so maybe 4 or 5 kids get to share, but not 15 or 20. So find ways for the kids to interact with each other and be able to share what's on their heart. Two other things. Start your class on time. This is very helpful for children. They want to know a schedule. Most kids are just desperate for it gives them a sense of control when they know it's going to start at this time, and then right after this is going to be, we have an opening, then we go and have the story, then we go and have a craft time, and then we have snacks. I mean, they like routine. So always start on time, finish on time. Giving them stability and control. And then have your procedures for evaluating performance all the time. If you have to go through this acronym with students, if during story time their hands are on each other, you're telling them, you point to the chart and you say, make sure that your hands, remember the rules, hands to yourself. And then after you see them at craft time, their hands are to themselves, say, I'm so glad you're learning that. I mean, let kids know how they're doing. If you say that they need to keep hands to themselves at one time, tell them other times how that they are following the rules.
I always can learn something from Eva now. She's so helpful. We have some other resources I wanted to let you know about tonight. Since I'm up here, I'll go ahead and tell you about our library. Our library is available to you. It's open during the day, all week. It's open on Wednesday evening during Awana. I'm not sure, possibly on Saturday morning till noon because the church is usually open. But there are a lot of resources for teachers to be able to use in our church library. We got all of these from the church library with the exception of, this is my own, but I think there is one in the library. Hopefully it's checked out. But these are really great. There's lots of resources for teachers in our library. So if you're doing a story in the preschool department, you're doing Moses this first go around. Check some other places. Get some other ideas about how does Big Picture Story Bible tell the story of Moses? How does the Jesus Big Storybook Bible tell the story about Moses? And just bring, you can study the story even for a preschooler and learn a lot about the story by studying. Even some of these children's resources are really, really excellent. So these are some of the things in the library, and this is not all. There's other books in our library too. This isn't just them. Okay, I wanted Kathy Pryor to tell you just a little bit about the resource room. Here's Kathy. Woo.
Good evening. This church, for those of you who've been here for a number of years and you walk down the hall towards Shining Wing, you've walked by the resource room, and some of you, I see you on Sunday morning, you kind of peek in and go, ooh, what's in there? I'm not quite sure. Others of you have been teaching for a while, you know what a gift this is to our church. It is a fabulous resource. You've heard the saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and that's kind of our philosophy. If that little guy can take home something that they've made from the story, mom, dad, brother, sister can ask, what did you learn today in Sunday school? Well, you know what a lot of kids will say, I don't know, nothing. This craft will give you that opportunity to say, well, this looks interesting. What was, and you're pointing out maybe that horn that they made. So we're very pro-craft in the resource room. Whether you do weekly crafts, monthly crafts, quarterly crafts, maybe for a gift for Mother's Day or at Christmas, come to see us. We can probably help you out. We have a lot of supplies there, but we're also available to purchase some items if you find that we don't have what you need. There's a wonderful chart when you first walk in on the right-hand side of the door. And so you don't have to worry about, ooh, there's a lot of cupboards in there. How am I going to find something? This should direct you to where different items are located. If you do need something, this clipboard is right by the door. And if you'll just fill it out with your name, what you need, when you need it, and try to give a couple of weeks' notice, we'll do our best to help you out in our efforts to bring that to your kids' classrooms. Just a couple of things that we have in there. We have a cart, like a library